Hey everybody, welcome to a Monday morning in Indianapolis. It's overcast outside, but it's bright and sunny here in the office. I've got an exciting day ahead for me, and I thought I would take a minute to talk about a couple things with you on Facebook Live here this morning. So the word in my head this morning is inputs. There's a bunch of reasons why that is. First of all, welcome to this, and the input. One of the inputs I want to talk to you about today is our Remarkable Way product. You can learn more by signing up for our masterclass video series, The Journey to Remarkable Leadership. Just go to kevineikenberry.com/way, W-A-Y. That would be awesome. We'd love to have you join us there. So inputs is our thought for this morning. And I've been thinking about this for a variety of reasons. And the first reason that I'm thinking about this is it's spring. And so when it's springtime for me, I think a lot about when I was a kid and being on the farm. And when you are getting ready to plant a crop, you got to have the right inputs. You pick the seed carefully. Of course, you want to have the right fertilizers, pick the right inputs to get the right outputs. And even if you've never sat on a tractor, don't know how to spell farm, you know that too. You've done some kind of gardening. You've fertilized the lawn. You've done something. The thing is, if you don't take care of your plants, if you don't nurture them, if you don't give them the right inputs, you're not going to get the outputs that you want. You're not going to get the harvest that you want, right? So this is an obvious thing, I suppose. But there's another reason why I'm thinking about this today, and that's because part of my day today is to do three conversations with three really wise people for our podcast. And if you don't know about our podcast, the Remarkable Leadership Podcast, you can go to remarkablepodcast.com, learn more about it. In fact, because I'm recording this now, the way these interviews work is that we record them far into the future before they come out. So I can tell you about these today. And in fact, we're getting ready to start adding some of these Facebook Lives to our podcast feed. And so it's possible that this very conversation will show up there. But let me just tell you about the three people that I'm going to have a conversation with today. The first is Devorah Zach, and she wrote this book called Networking for People Who Hate Networking. And this is an advanced copy, but this is the second edition. This book has sold 120,000 copies in 45 languages. Do you think I might learn something from her? Did I learn something from this book? Yes. Do I read the books I'm going to have the conversations with people about? Yes. Second conversation I'm going to have today is a guy named Pat Williams. Pat Williams is in the Basketball Hall of Fame, and he's written 100 books. And this book is about the core virtues at West Point. And the book is called Character Carved in Stone by Pat Williams. So I'm going to have this conversation with Pat this afternoon. I'm excited to do that. I've been a fan of Pat's for a long time. We've not met, so I'm excited about that. Hall of Famer. And the third person I'm going to have a conversation with today is the son of one of my mentors and one of my heroes. Zig Ziglar is that guy, and his son's name is Tom. And he's got a brand new book out called Choose to Win, Transform Your Life One Simple Choice at a Time. So we're going to talk about choices with Tom. It's going to be great. Here's the thing. This is input. So I had to do some work. I read these books in order to get ready for this conversation. So do I have better inputs today than I would have had I not done some of that yesterday and this morning? You betcha. Inputs make a huge difference. So the question is, we can nod our head about doing this in our lawn, and we can nod our head about doing this inputs for others. I'm talking about, what are the inputs that you're putting into your brain? Are you putting in the inputs that will give you the outputs that you want? Now, again, one of the things that we try to do for you is to give you great inputs, whether it's with Facebook Live, whether it's with the podcast, again, the Remarkable Leadership Podcast, whether it's whatever it is, whether it's emails that we send, all the things that we try to do. We're trying to give you the right inputs so that you will be inspired, informed, so that you will be equipped, if you will, to be on the path to get the things that you want. The question is, are the inputs that you're putting in helping you, supporting you in the outputs that you want? And I'm doing something coming up that's super exciting. I'm going to do this masterclass video series that we're calling The Journey to Remarkable Leadership. And it's going to be 3 great videos that are meant to give you input and give you thinking to help you and to help your organization build better leaders. And so that's an input that you ought to have. Just go to kevineikenberry.com/way to get signed up for that. So again, inputs. I wanted to spend some time thinking about that, helping you think about that, because I'm thinking about it. And so I hope that I've given you 2 ideas today just from us that will help you get the inputs, that will help you get the outputs that you want. But, you may be saying, well, Kevin, there's inputs everywhere and there's more than ever on the internet and all those sorts of things. That's true. I mean, that's absolutely true. In fact, the challenge was, where do you pick? And I'm going to make a comment about that. And that is, I don't mean for this to sound, I don't want this to be conceited or anything like that. I'm just going to make this observation that you've got to pick the inputs. There's tons of great stuff, but you need to stay somewhat focused. I'm going to encourage you, if you've got something you want to get better at, like if you want to be a more effective leader, say, these are the areas I want to work on. And so work on putting inputs in that are really supporting the major goals or the learning objectives that you have for now. I'm not saying that you can't have other great things, but I'm encouraging you to think about being a little bit focused, to really be intentional. And while I've been talking for the last few minutes about the great inputs that will really help you reach your goals, realize that there are inputs all around us that might not help us, that might actually be a detriment or a stumbling block or a barrier to us getting to the goals that you might have. And so I'm hoping that we are never that we are always trying to provide you with great inputs. And so I hope that you will trust us to continue to be that for you. Again, kevineikenberry.com/way would be one great place to do that. But my challenge for you before I go is to just think about your inputs. And are you putting in the things into your brain, into your consciousness? Are you feeding your mind and your body and your soul what you need so that you can be successful? This could be a lot longer conversation than I have time for right now, or that you need to listen to right now. I'm just going to leave you with that challenge. What inputs do you need to help you nurture and create the outcomes that you want? And make sure that you consciously put some of those inputs in today. How about that? That's a good place. That's a good thing for a Monday morning. Hope you found that useful. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks so much. KevinEikenberry.com/way.